Okay. And what does it have to do
All
with Revan and
things in
Malak?
time. You shall learn that history is an intricate weaving of many events. No one thing can be understood without the proper context. 20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the Outer Rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After
That's
much
smart.
debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation. The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun. The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle. 2 young knights in particular demanded immediate action, Revan and Malak. They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause, and against the wishes of their masters, joined the Republic fleet battling the Mandalorians. Revan was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally.
Impressive.
Revan and Malak were heroes, the great saviors of the Republic. 1/3 of the Republic fleet was under their direct command. And then something happened. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought
That's
they
good.
were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being
It's good to
seen on
find
a
a
number of
stash.
different planets during these months. Scattered sightings that were never confirmed.
I don't have any problems with like that kind of stuff, so I don't need a stash anywhere. Well, not since my kidney stone. That was an interesting experience.
3 years ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror.
It was painful enough. I got Percocets for it. Still haven't finished the things. Yeah, I didn't have to go through surgery. It was like... It took a total of, I think it was like 62 hours for it to go through from my kidney to like completely out of my body, which was pretty good.
Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during
Some people
the
it's like
Mandalorian
months.
Wars. But
Months of
many
problems with it.
are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems
Say in
impossible
total
to
it
have
was like
created
maybe
in such a short time.
2 hours
Yet
of the
we
2 hours of
cannot
pain.
deny its existence. The source of the Sith soldiers is unfortunately much easier to understand. Initially, the bulk of
So I
the
was
force
quite
were
lucky
former
with that.
Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling
man.
their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us. lured
It only
by
took me
Sith
like
promises
2
of
days
riches and power.
after the thing in order to like piss it out. So it was a nice quick process. It's more like it was more annoying having to pee through a strainer for 2 days in order to catch the stone.
For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan. As you probably
I still have to
know,
get mine
she
tested out
was
to
there
see what
at
it's made
Revan's
of.
end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in both
Yeah,
ships
2 days of pain
and
would suck.
soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers.
Kind of, I'd have to say.
May the Force...
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well? Very well.
I kind of think it does. And doesn't. It depends. I did play the old Republic MMO, and I'm trying to think back on it.
The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
See, I don't know if the tech in it was any worse than this stuff. I don't recall. Gotta talk to Mattel up here, because I'm gonna end up doing that quest.
Why are you bothering me?
Okay. Because I don't think the tech got any worse from this to the second one. And the timelines are pretty weird in the Star Wars universes. Like, as far as the movies go, I'd have to say for sure.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of
Yeah.
nature and the Force. I am
From the movies,
sorry.
it definitely
I tend to get
seems like
carried
it hits
away.
downhill.
I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something
It
I
goes
can
like-
help you with?
You got the initial 3 episodes there. Your tech seems great. Then you hit A New Hope, and like the tech seems like it gets worse. And then you're back to the most recent one there, The Force Awakens, and it gets better again. So it's kind of weird. It's just how they have the universe set up, and I mainly think it's just because of when the movies were actually filmed, to be honest.
Indeed. What is it you would like from me?
Because the other stuff was done in the 70s, and it's pretty hard to,
The council has told you nothing of the Grove?
Yeah, exactly. They aren't referred to as canon. They're just like extra stories kind of thing. It's only stuff that's prior to the stuff that can be kind of considered canon, but that could be easily wiped out. Because nothing ever was really canon, unless it was done by George Lucas, and now it's done by Disney, if I recall. But that's only if you really bother to think about it that way. Because even the MMO isn't really considered canon anymore.
Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of Cathounds. They may be agitated by the power in the grove. Is there something else I can help you with?
I would like to see,
I hope
Greetings,
I would
friend.
like to see this,
I think I can
like,
safely
continue
assume
on.
you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
Oh yeah, if you're talking for like all the books and stuff like that after the case. Yeah, it did make all the books after this the new after the Jedi Returns episode uncanon and stuff like that. But anything prior than that, prior to the series, is still canon. And there's a ton of stuff that's been made prior to the series, like even this stuff here. Hey, Mike Carter. World War II. W2. I don't know. Not sure what you're referring to there, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence?
WW2. Ah, COD. No, I don't. I don't generally play too many shooters other than, like, say, Overwatch.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Master Jedi. Stay here, Rilka. I'll be back in an hour or
It does
so.
look pretty
Yes,
decent,
dear.
though.
Good luck.
They did change a few things in order
I
for
hope
it to
the
be
Jedi
played in
Council will
multiple
listen to
countries,
Garth.
which
If they don't,
I don't
know
necessarily
what
agree
You
with,
Jedi.
but, you know,
How long can you people
they want to
continue
sell
sit
as many
by and claim
copies
you
as
protect
possible.
us? Protectors. Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
I'm going to be cocky with this
You
answer.
Jedi have left them alone because they haven't harmed you. But they steal our property.
No, I
destroy
didn't
our
get the
land.
newest Shadow of War yet.
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter.
You
I'm
should have
thinking about
protected
getting
her
it.
better. And you call yourself her father.
And what am I supposed to do
Should
against
be a good
dozen
game. Like, I
Mandalorians
played
and Duros?
the
Nothing.
original one.
There was nothing I could do. They came
But,
to
you know,
our
it'll be
land
like a
demanding our
while
livelihood.
until the hype on it dies
Ilsa-
down.
My Ilsa said no.
I usually wait for that to die down. Looks good though. Like, they made a lot of good improvements to it.
There was nothing I could do. Too many of
It
the
is.
Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
Like, I don't disagree with you. It's a good game. A lot of people upset about the loot boxes on it, which I guess, but it doesn't really affect the game. It's a single player game.
I will give you all I have. Just please.
You can still play with it, play through it, and not have to have the loot boxes.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see? We were working on
Companion,
my
eh?
farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close.
Like, I want to
went
play
see
Battlefront
and
2,
found
but
it
there's
wide
so much
open. I searched everywhere and
controversy
could not
on
find
the
him.
game
I worry so much. I need him back
with the loot
so
boxes
badly.
and everything like
I
that.
wonder if could he have been kidnapped?
Yeah, for sure. That's probably something that I'm going to do. That's what I've been doing lately, just because, like, a lot of this stuff, it doesn't seem like I need to pay full retail price for it yet. Not until I'm, like, a larger streamer.